Day 233, Monday, August 21st. Joshua 16 and 17. Joshua 16 1-10 NKJV. The lot fell to the children of Joseph from the Jordan, by Jericho, to the waters of Jericho on the east, to the wilderness that goes up from Jericho through the mountains to Bethel, then went out from Bethel to Luz, passed along to the border of the Arkites at Ataroth, and went down westward to the boundary of the Japhletites, as far as the boundary of lower Beth Horon to Gezer, and it ended at the sea. So the children of Joseph, Manasseh, and Ephraim, took their inheritance. The border of the children of Ephraim, according to their families, was thus: the border of their inheritance on the east side was Ataroth-Adar as far as upper Beth Horon, and the border went out toward the sea on the north side of Michmethoth. Then the border went around eastward to Taanath Shiloh, and passed by it on the east of Janahah. Then it went down from Janahah to Ataroth and Nara, reached to Jericho, and came out at the Jordan. The border went out from Tappuah westward to the brook Kanah, and it ended at the sea. This was the inheritance of the tribe of the children of Ephraim according to their families. The separate cities for the children of Ephraim were among the inheritance of the children of Manasseh, all the cities with their villages. And they did not drive out the Canaanites who dwelt in Gezer, but the Canaanites dwell among the Ephraimites to this day and have become forced laborers. Joshua 17 1-18 NKJV. There was also a lot for the tribe of Manasseh, for he was the firstborn of Joseph, namely for Machir the firstborn of Manasseh, the father of Gilead, because he was a man of war, therefore he was given Gilead and Bashan. And there was a lot for the rest of the children of Manasseh according to their families, for the children of Abiezer, the children of Helek, the children of Azriel, the children of Shechem, the children of Heper, and the children of Shemida. These were the male children of Manasseh the son of Joseph according to their families. But Zelophehad the son of Heper, the son of Gilead, the son of Machir, the son of Manasseh, had no sons, but only daughters. And these are the names of his daughters: Mahlah, Noah, Hoglah, Milcah, and Tirzah. And they came near before Eleazar the priest, before Joshua the son of Nun, and before the rulers, saying, The Lord commanded Moses to give us an inheritance among our brothers. Therefore, according to the commandment of the Lord, he gave them an inheritance among their father's brothers. 10 shares fell to Manasseh, besides the land of Gilead and Bashan, which were on the other side of the Jordan, because the daughters of Manasseh received an inheritance among his sons. And the rest of Manasseh's sons had the land of Gilead. And the territory of Manasseh was from Asher to Michmethoth, that lies east of Shechem, and the border went along south to the inhabitants of En-Tappuah. Manasseh had the land of Tappuah, but Tappuah on the border of Manasseh belonged to the children of Ephraim. And the border descended to the brook Kanah, southward to the brook. These cities of Ephraim are among the cities of Manasseh. The border of Manasseh was on the north side of the brook, and it ended at the sea. Southward it was Ephraim's, northward it was Manasseh's, and the sea was its border. Manasseh's territory was adjoining Asher on the north and Issachar on the east. And in Issachar and in Asher, Manasseh had Beth Shean and its towns, Ibleam and its towns, the inhabitants of Dor and its towns, the inhabitants of En-Dor and its towns, the inhabitants of Tanakh and its towns, and the inhabitants of Megiddo and its towns, 3 hilly regions. Yet the children of Manasseh could not drive out the inhabitants of those cities, but the Canaanites were determined to dwell in that land. And it happened, when the children of Israel grew strong, that they put the Canaanites to forced labor, but did not utterly drive them out. Then the children of Joseph spoke to Joshua, saying, Why have you given us only 1 lot and 1 share to inherit, since we are a great people, inasmuch as the Lord has blessed us until now? So Joshua answered them, If you are a great people, Then go up to the forest country and clear a place for yourself there in the land of the Perizzites and the giants, since the mountains of Ephraim are too confined for you. But the children of Joseph said, the mountain country is not enough for us, and all the Canaanites who dwell in the land of the valley have chariots of iron, both those who are of Bethshean and its towns and those who are of the valley of Jezreel. And Joshua spoke to the house of Joseph, to Ephraim and Manasseh, saying, you are a great people and have great power, you shall not have only one lot, but the mountain country shall be yours. Although it is wooded, you shall cut it down, and its farthest extent shall be yours, for you shall drive out the Canaanites, though they have iron chariots and are strong. Daily Deep Dive. Here is the UCG reading plan for both chapters 16 and 17. Ephraim was given the next allotment of land, north of Jerusalem in the southern part of what will later be the Kingdom of Israel. Cities in their territory included Bethel in the south, Shiloh in the middle, and Shechem in the north. Manasseh received the land just north of Ephraim, which together formed the lot for Joseph. It was actually adjacent to the other half of their territory east of the Jordan, which effectively put the river in the midst of their land instead of on the border. Cities included Tirzah, used as a capital city of the northern kingdom. See 1 Kings 15:33, Megiddo, see 2 Kings 23:29, Revelation 16:16, Endor, 1 Samuel 28:7, and Shunem, 2 Kings 4:8. When the tribe of Joseph complained that they thought they should have more land, Joshua had a simple solution: conquer the northern part still occupied by the Canaanites. They fell back into their more fearful attitudes, but Joshua reminded them that since they were such a great people in need of more land, they should have no trouble. Joshua 17:14-18. It is interesting to note the amount of land occupied by Ephraim and Manasseh in the Promised Land. Manasseh had much more than Ephraim, particularly when we consider the area east of the Jordan. Yet the greater national blessings had been prophesied to fall upon Ephraim. See Genesis 48. How do we reconcile this? Simple. The prophecies regarding Ephraim and Manasseh were not fulfilled in the land of Canaan. They would be fulfilled much later, following Israelite migrations to future settlements in Northwest Europe and beyond. See our free booklet The United States and Britain in Bible Prophecy. In later world history, while Manasseh, as the United States of America, will occupy a much larger country, Ephraim, as the British Empire, will rule more territory than any other people ever has. End. Chapter 16. Verse 10, the John Gill commentary states, which Joshua, the writer of this book, might truly say, and be no objection to it, since the same is observed after his death, JDG_1:29, and indeed they continued to dwell there until the times of Solomon, when it was taken by Pharaoh king of Egypt, and given as a present to his daughter, the wife of Solomon, 1:9:15. And though this clause does not furnish out an argument against the writing of this book by Joshua, yet, from the instance given, it appears it must have been written before the times of Solomon, and so not by Ezra, as some think. End. Chapter 17. Verse 5, the John Gill commentary states, the lot which fell to the half-tribe of Manasseh was divided into 10 parts. According to the Jewish writers, the 6 families before mentioned had 6 parts, and the daughters of Zelophehad had 4 parts, 1 on the account of Zelophehad their father, 2 on the account of their grandfather Heper, who they say was the firstborn, and 1 on account of their uncle, their father's brother, who died in the wilderness without children. So Jarchi and Kimchi relate from the Talmud. But the true case seems to be this: there were 6 portions for the 6 families, but there being no sons in Heper's family, his part was divided into 5, and given to the 5 daughters of Zelophehad. End. Verse 17, the John Gill commentary states, which they were ordered to do, and could now have done, for if they were able to make them pay tribute to them, they had power sufficient to drive them out, or destroy them, and therefore broke the commandment of God, Deu_7-1. And,